Welcome back to the show, everybody. Well, the Bitcoin spot ETFs, they're out. We're going to talk about them. We got volume and numbers that are absolutely staggering. And guess what else? Ripple XRP. How about Brad Garlinghouse going to Davos for the World Economic Forum? How about a $5 XRP inside 90 days? How about somebody roll that beautiful intro?
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. Happy Sunday to everybody. You can follow us on Twitter and YouTube for exclusive content. Right now, $1.77 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up by 0.6% right now, 42,800 plus for Bitcoin, 2,500 plus for Ethereum. We see Tether market cap at 94.9 billion plus, and we see XRP at the number 6 spot at 57 cents. We're up 0.5% on the 24-hour, up 1.2 on the 7-day. The range of price very quickly here. 57.14 on the bottom, 57.94 on the top. We're ranging within less than 1 cent. Smack dab in the middle is where we are pretty much here. And look, this is the kind of tight trading range we want to see for XRP, but we also want to see the price going up as well, right? Oh my goodness. Let's keep moving here. We have a lot to go over, and you're absolutely going to love it. Listen here. It is linked to private investing. It is linked to private equity and private investing. And it is the best level of private equity you can find on the planet, bar none. If you don't believe me, go look for yourself. You're going to come right back here and go underneath the video and click the link to the sponsor, because this is where you're going to find the circles. This is where you're going to find the ripples. This is where you're going to find the upholds. This is where you're going to find the best AI opportunities. This is where you're going to find the best fintech and everything else that's on this platform. Because I tell you this, I have absolutely changed my own life by changing and investing in this platform. Now, that's not financial advice from me. I'm sharing my digital perspectives, and private equity is something that I absolutely love to expose my portfolio to. And I think if you check it out, you will find that they have the most affordable minimums in the world when it comes to private equity investing. And I think you're also going to find that it is open for all to take the advantage of these opportunities. You need to click the link underneath the video for link 2. Check out my sponsor. Just sign up, register, and get started. It is literally that simple. BlackRock absorbs, talk about simple, BlackRock absorbs 11,500 Bitcoin in 2 days, which is the equivalent to 13 days of Bitcoin production. And after April, that will be 26 days, because we know that the production is going to cut down because of the Bitcoin halving coming in April. So that's where we are there. Concerns arise over supply crunch as ETFs needs outpace daily production. So at this rate, if things continue to go beyond the production every day of Bitcoin, you're going to run into a demand issue, scarcity issue, right? Isn't that what's going to happen? Then we see these numbers here. This is another way to see the last few days since the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. The newly launched spot Bitcoin ETFs have garnered $1.4 billion in inflows in just 2 sessions. A staggering 500,000 trades were recorded, totaling a trading volume of 3.6 billion. Then there's this. Another XRP glitch. This time, I think it was on crypto.com. I looked at it. I had a few people send this to me, and thank everybody, and Ian and Jack Straw for sharing this. But, you know, when I see this, the only thing that fascinates me here, and it's close to Bitcoin's price, but it was not Bitcoin's price. And the thing is that I have seen over the years that I've been in this space, 6-7 years I've been in this space, I have seen glitches on XRP, and never do I ever see it on any other token. I'm not suggesting it's some real number. I'm just suggesting I don't see this reported with Ethereum or Bitcoin or other altcoins. I just don't see it. I've never seen it, but I often see it with XRP, and it's often on multiple different platforms. So I just don't know what it really means, but it is quite fascinating. And so is this. Now, we all know Larry Fink was on Fox News the other day, but I want to give you this. This is a throwback from a few years ago, but very pertinent in understanding something about the Fox appearance that he just made a day or so ago. So let's listen to this very quick clip here, and then we'll move forward.
And we believe it's so important to be anticipating the next move. I would also say on the beginnings of a ETF Bitcoin, we believe ETFs are a technology no different than Bitcoin was a technology for asset storage. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets.
There you go.
And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification. We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities about bonds and stocks and digital by having a tokenization. But the most importantly thing, we can customize strategies through tokenization that fits every individual. We would have instantaneous settlement. Think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate because it's just a line item. And so we believe this is a technological transformation for financial assets. I believe if you want to talk about voting and voting choice and all the things, if we know every moment who is the owner of that stock and it's now time to vote, every individual who has ownership is identified and they can vote their own share.
And there you have it. And this is why I'm here. The tokenization of real-world assets. The tokenization of the traditional markets. That's the larger part of this. That's why I've always said crypto is a very small part of where we're going, or at least where I intend to go. Shout out to Radar Hits and shout out to Reggie Middleton. Says this sounds exactly like me 10 years ago. Reggie Middleton is an OG. If you haven't checked out Veritasium, go check it out. This guy is super, super smart. But, to go back to CEO Larry Fink and BlackRock here and the next steps, the way I often say it on the channel is that we are witnessing the greatest financial paradigm shift in the history of mankind, and it cannot be overstated. That's the way I say it. You just heard the way Larry Fink says it, but that's exactly what I mean when you hear me say that, and that's what I'm here for. Now let's get back to the comment that just happened just 2 days ago or a day ago here when Charles Gasparino interviewed CEO Larry Fink about an XRP ETF very quickly here.
Bitcoin ETFs is an example that we're legitimizing it. We're creating more safety.
Well, let me ask you this. Will you do another ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't.
How about XRP? Can you answer that? I can't.
And you don't want me to.
And you don't want me to. Look, if it was a no, it would simply be a no. So what have they already done? Are they already taking action to file some kind of an ETF? According to James Seifert, he says that, you're going to need to have a futures ETF here in the United States with the CME at the very least before you're going to get a spot XRP ETF. Makes sense to me, but maybe BlackRock is in the process of filing for exactly that. And maybe this is them being their quiet period for this. Shout out to Jimmy Valley for that particular tidbit that to consider. Or is it something else? But one thing we don't know, it's not a no. Because if it was a no, you just simply say no. Charles Gasparino says, something to keep in mind about my question to Larry Fink about starting an XRP ETF and his non-committal answer. Larry barely knows that XRP exists as a cryptocurrency. That is misinformation, Charles. I know you like to gaslight the community and you get it for clicks and comments and all of that stuff, but, it isn't. That is not true. And we know that because Larry Fink has also hired Robert Mitchnick to be the head of his digital assets department. Robert Mitchnick came directly from Ripple. Robert Mitchnick was the co-creator, along with Susan Athey, who's at Ripple, of the XRP calculator. And you think Larry Fink doesn't know about XRP? I know BlackRock's big, But Larry Fink knows who the head of his digital asset department is, and he knows exactly where he came from. And you don't know about Ripple and not know about XRP. Sorry, Charlie. Try again. And then there's this. Shout out to Anomalies for this. You want to see what's really going on here? Here's a narrative I'm excited about right here. It's this. It's Wall Street. Down in the subway, baby. Crypto means business. Ripple. Wall Street. That's what this is who it's for. Ripple advertisement at Wall Street. Impatience is a virtue. Look at all of this that's happening here. That's right. Shout out to the person who made this video originally. Shift your business into carbon neutral. This is the message every day for Wall Street now, getting to the subway. That's exactly what's going on. Then I want to remind you of this. Shout out to Edo for this one. Look, we know Bank of England has been a Ripple partner since 2017 or before, but at least 2017, my mind tells me, so it could be 2015, but nevertheless, many, many years now. If you're a certain age, you know where that's from. Police Academy, I'll just tell you. All right, there it is. So at any rate, look, Bank of England has been a partner for many, many years with Ripple. And here we see that is real-time gross settlement service roadmap beyond 2024. So this is not us looking too far back down the road for unnecessary reasons here, other than to recognize that several years partnership is still well intact. Cross-border synchronization, a joint project with Ripple demonstrating that synchronized FX transactions in two different simulated RTGS systems can be achieved, leading to incorporation of synchronization functionality into the roadmap of RTGS renewal. But somehow, Bank of England knows about all of this, right? Ripple and XRP, which they have proof of concept on. Now, they know all about it, but somehow Charlie Boy says that Larry Fink, he don't even know it hardly exists. But they're going to be at the World Economic Forum together. Yeah, you know BlackRock going to be there. Oh, my gracious. Brad Garlinghouse is going to be a public speaker at the World Economic Forum, January 18, 2024. Clear-eyed about crypto. How can regulators simultaneously promote innovation while protecting the consumer? And what does sensible regulation look like? And here he is right down here, as you can see, with the others that will be speaking as well. And let's take a look at this. XRP to $5 possibly in the next 90 days. Now, one of these predictions said not until 2030. I don't like that one. So let's hope that one's not right. But I do know this, Eggrag Crypto, who we obviously think much of his technical analysis, as we often do, and we love covering his work. He is the most bullish forecasting that XRP will reach, and I'd like to say in his celebration of him, could reach $5 in 90 days, because he's always very good at prefacing a little caution with his charts, so I want to do that here in this article as well. And he believes that XRP is the initial wave one of a prolonged bull market, which will last for several months. This is interesting because we just saw very similar information from Dark Defender, the technical analyst as well. It doesn't mean both of these gentlemen are correct, but it does mean they're both seeing some of the same kind of outcome or projected outcome with the tools that they're using. And I know that these technical analysts are sometimes using the same tools and then sometimes using different tools, you know. So I think it's very promising that if they're seeing something like this, then the possibility certainly exists. Now, whether that leading indicator is 60% to the upside, 90% to the upside, or 30% to the upside is a question for them and not me. But one thing I do know is that there is a palpable tone out here and change of pace that I am feeling. As we move into 2024, it does feel like the year of adoption. It does feel like we are moving into an IPO season, and it does feel like we are going to see some use case utility before this year ends that we've never witnessed before. And what I love about that is that once use case utility starts to move into this market, it ain't leaving. In fact, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, just like the use of the internet. And that is going to be exciting to watch because we're all here before it happened. Join us in the Freedom Zone, ladies and gentlemen. digperspectives.com. Click on Freedom Zone. That's where we do it all. Just a few days ago, I was victim to censorship of YouTube. They didn't like what I had on my thumbnail because I said something and wrote something, rather, that they didn't care for. So then I got punished monetarily for it. That is not freedom of speech, ladies and gentlemen. That is communist control from a social media platform, and it's despicable. That's why we had the Freedom Zone. Join us inside. Click the button. It costs next to nothing to make sure that we can stay connected in there. And ultimately, one day, that's where you'll find me at all. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.